Okay, we are in the last little phase of our creative venture here. We're going to be taking these, replacing these placeholder images with something that's a little more high fidelity and representative of what a final product could look like. So, um, let's start with that logo. Let's get rid of you. So, one thing I would like in an update is for these to be, I'm pretty sure they're alphabetical, like that's wheelchair and that's Wi-Fi, but I can never see the title, so it's not that helpful. All right, let's take you out. Adios. Cool, and we're gonna make you nice and big. Ooh. Let's see how that looks from down here. That's not bad. Okay, it's pretty centered. It doesn't really matter what order, I guess, and so I'll just gonna start having some fun. I'm gonna find that map that I like so much. It looks like China, but it is not China. This is Astoria, Oregon, home of the legendary Chunk Truffle Shuffle. Not Trunk, Chunk. Goonies. Yeah, this is the place. All right, so that's a good location. Let's check again from the user perspective. I'm going to be a little bit smaller. Interesting. See this PNG file right here? It's transparent on this side, but not that side. Interesting, huh? Okay, map looks all right. Height's good. Distance. If there was text on there, I really wouldn't be able to see, but just given the overall landscape, I could definitely figure that out. Cool. So now we have some thumbnail images that we'd like to replace, right? All right, let's do that. So let's get rid of you. Get out of here. Get out of here. It's one of the simple pleasures of this app. It's chucking stuff. Okay, so we need thumbnails. So we have a couple that we scraped. We could design these, of course, through something, through Sketch. These were pulled directly off Airbnb. I like their general aesthetic, their design. Oh man, you almost need that to be. This is one of those pieces of content I think needs to be a little bit closer, especially given the font and the smaller image size. So how about let's bring that a little bit, yeah, a little bit closer. Okay. Resize this bad boy. So maybe we can make this wrap around like that. I like that. So the text is, yeah, that's good. That's a good font size at this distance. It's not too bulky or anything like that. And then we need these little indicators that show swipeability. Just bring it about right there. So it's starting to come together pretty well. We can take some time to actually make this feel put together. Come on. There we go. Yes, it feels like one solid pane. Curved, it would be a little bit better if it was just slightly curved and not like straight angle, straight like that. Let's turn this. Okay. All right, it's good to be a little picky. So let's keep working on this side. We're going to replace that text block with, I think I have something. This guy in here. Okay. That feels a little corny and a little big, but for our needs right now, that definitely could get the job done. Okay, let's see. How does that sit? Okay. All right, let's just keep tooling around with it. So then we have a calendar that's going to take up this space, right? Or somewhere around here. Let's see if we can find this bad boy. Here we go. So this is a really cool piece. So this was designed using Sketch. It's really good at resizing high quality PNGs that you can just export straight out of it. There's a lot of cool free like marketplace assets that are available just for free download, free to just dump right into Sketch, and then you play around with them. You select the artboard, and then you can make it in exportable, and then make sure you have, the file size, the file type, and the right dimensions all ready to go. I really like it. I'm stoked about combining kind of the functionality and power of Sketch to make just high quality UI elements for virtual environment experiences. So let's put this bad boy. Say like, let's make that a little bit bigger. Let's just make it huge. Okay, so let's just remember that we have all these elements we gotta get rid of. Okay. See, buddy. These are the amenities and options. See, as we go from rough prototyping to a little more high fidelity start, I really want it to feel just like super clean, That's just gonna take time. That's okay. I'm sure if Bob Ross were here, he'd just be like, there's our happy little calendar sitting on our happy little horizon, just floating there with his buddies, wondering when he gets to hang out with you. Okay, so calendar feels great. Really liking that. I know we have, there we go. Now this is another one that we made using Sketch. This one is so much cleaner. Oh my gosh. So actually let's just try something. Let's say we're right here and that we actually had this below the calendar. Right there. I feel good. Looking back on it, I might want to change the color of those icons to make it a little more just lighter, easier to see perhaps, but we'll get to mess with that. Okay, let's grab this guy. Boom. Okay, remember we still have that full 60 degrees above the plane of view of good visibility. Okay. It's coming together. All right. Bye guys. Okay. So then I think we got room. Let's just goof around with it. I think we have room over here for some more amenities. Now I do have these kind of individual assets, but these are just a major pain in the butt to resize one by one. So what do, guys? Well, you jump into Sketch and you make a really nice artboard to help you manage it. There we go. So I have a couple here that I've already prepared. We have, these are like destination type. This is unit type. Right? So if I wanted a castle on a beach, which sounds pretty amazing, then I would want to, there we go. I want the square. Okay. That's why a title would be really useful. Okay. So say I wanted a castle. There we go. Looks pretty good. I want a castle on a beach. I don't know where. Actually, there's a couple cool places in Europe I know that have castles near lakesides, but no, I'm not sure about beaches. I'm sure there's some though. Okay, so let's. Oh. But you wouldn't really know just from these icons, you know, like what I'm trying to get out of you. So we have a couple headlines. Where are you? Yes, so right here. So we have what I like to call maybe scenery. Like what's the ambiance or environment that you're kind of going for with this particular vacation, right? So scenery, you know, I just want to be surrounded by beachy water and sand and little crabs. All right, and then we got rental type. Cool. All right, so this is, I mean, it's not perfect. Here we go. Just, yeah. See kind of how jittery it is. It's just by my hand, you know, moving these things. It can snap to an x-axis or the y-axis, but these freeform axes are just kind of difficult to maneuver when you need to be really, really specific. I think there was one other piece of information, right? So we have you know what? I just had an idea. What if we were to simulate, let's simulate in animation. I think we can do that, guys. So for example, I'll go back to my sheets. Sorry for this navigation. Just don't remember everything is. I need amenities. That's what I want. Okay. Boom, right there. So let's go back down here and check how it feels. So just like how layers would work on Sketch or on not Facebook, Photoshop, right? That you have these layers that you're able to play with. Let's see. Amenities. Right here. Okay. So let's grab this bad boy. Bring it down just a little bit. Alright. I'm just gonna move it out of the way a little bit. Not bad. Okay. Okay. So this is me hanging out here, looking around. Alright, guys. I'm excited about this step. We are ready to get rid of this. Adios. Alright, so the little animation I wanted to try and simulate was like, say these were actually layers. You know, on a mobile device, that might be, as soon as I finish this, I swipe up and it just shows me another screen, or I swipe to the side and it shows me another screen. What if this slice, if I could group all this together, I can't do that using this app. That's hopefully a future update. But if I could group all these, then I could grab it and just move it to the side to simulate after selecting the amenities, then we could view these rental types that we've already used before. So that'd be a handy, prototyping tool if I could group layers together, and then of course if I could simulate, hotspots and clicking on something. If I do this, then a blue box appears around it, or little basic animation. So yeah, in my opinion, this definitely feels a little busy with everything on here all at once. So I imagine once the dates have been selected, then I would want to, get rid of that, and then maybe make like a notification right around here or something that you could just refer to if you needed to. Um, so let's see. I think there was maps, calendars, good, amenities. Ah, yeah, we got our logo. How's the logo feel down here? Let's make it even bigger. We're a company that, hey, we're helping you out, and we want to make it a great experience. But we want you to know who's taking care of you. Okay. All right. Got our sliders. Got our money. Got some boxes. Just going through making sure all our stuff that we made before is ready to rock. All right, so one last thing that I want to try and do is grab this 360 photosphere right here that was grabbed. I'm going to try and blow it up a little bit so that it looks reasonably scaled. The app does have some limitations as to how big I can make it. We'll see what we can do though, but it's gonna get funky for a second, so bear with me, okay? So I'm gonna snap this one to that x-axis to make sure that it's nice and stable. We're gonna try and get all of our little elements to fit within this dude. Come here. This is kind of funky. Don't just bear with me. Okay, but it'll hopefully. Is it gonna get any bigger than this? Let's just zoom out real quick. Can I make it any bigger? Oh, I can't. Let's do this then. Oh man. Well, ideally, I'd want to take this. Oh, come on, just get huge. Well, there you have it. I'd want to be able to make this photosphere just a lot bigger, so that get back in there. So it gives that really more immersive feeling of just being in that location or having just a nice backdrop. But let's, if you were looking at scale, you'd see this cool atmosphere around you, so you can get a sense of how it would feel if that were your backdrop rather than this kind of drab grayscale stuff. So I need to learn how to make that a little bit bigger, or possibly scale it a little bit smaller, so that rather than judging distance by that mannequin and these little blocks by 10 feet each, if I could maybe bring it down a little bit, so make it a little bit smaller, then I would scale all of these objects to be even smaller. Just bring it closer in like that, and then it can all fit within that photosphere and give you that real immersiveness that we're going for. All right, but thanks for joining me on this little trial run. Just trying to see how best to prototype and build in virtual reality. Of course, you need to get your hands dirty in actual engines like Unreal or Unity to build these things, but for other UX and UI designers that are out there trying to get their hands into VR, like there are prototyping tools just to use what you know. And there's a cool UX designer out there working for Google named Mike Alger, and one of the coolest things he said is, we're building the future medium using the current mediums which we have right now. And that's the challenge that we face, but that's also the creative adventure that we have ahead of us. So, all right, thanks.